Welcome back to the second part of my World of Warcraft Let's Play gameplay footage commentary. This is Karen Martell, the RPG Fanatic. I had another part that was going to go with this before, but I had some issues recording it and it didn't work out so well. So I'm trying this again. And I am still level 82. I'm trying to level up. And I am going to be doing a series of quests right now to free this dude. Hopefully the audio problems from before have been resolved, because the sound effects and music were a bit too loud earlier. Now I've had some people comment on my previous video, I guess a way to say it is inquiring why I'm not doing gameplay footage of Star Wars The Old Republic. So, I have played some of Star Wars The Old Republic's beta. It's a decent enough game. It's just not what I think the Star Wars game should be. But that's not really what I'm mentioning it for. I mentioned it for is because I do have the retail version of the game. I did buy it, did try to install it, and I can't. Why can't I? Well, near as I can tell by reading the forum posts and seeing other people that have the same problem, first off, my installed DVDs are corrupted. They were damaged during the manufacture process or something. It seems to be a problem that a lot of people have. It's not just my copy. So I cannot do a physical install again. I've tried it on 3 different computers. It ain't happening. The DVD is corrupted. It starts to install like half of the first disc and then it just suddenly crashes. Next option I have is digital download. And this again has issues because the distributors for the download, which is a really big download file, it was like 30 gigabytes of data. The distributors are distributing corrupted packets right now, and they have been for a long time. So I have never been able to install the stupid client of a game that I paid, like what, $40 for? 40, 60, something like that. I don't even remember. But, yeah. So, I can't really do any videos of Star Wars The Old Republic because BioWare shit is all bugged up. That's why. It doesn't seem to be a problem that's affecting everybody. When you download the digital download, you do the patching and so forth. It's dependent upon regions. And there's multiple servers for each region. I just keep getting one that's giving me corrupted shit. And it's pissing me off. So, fuck it. I ain't gonna install it. I wish I could get my money back. But, I don't know what else to say. So, on with World of Warcraft here. I think I'm really starting to get down with my rotation here. Getting back into it. Of course, this isn't going to be the raid rotation, but this will be enough rotation for questing purposes. I don't know what I'll do for raiding. I might go with a Frost build. If that has more DPS output, I'll go with the Frost build. I'm not sure the effectiveness right now of tanking. Okay, I'm sure that they're still effective, but they may not be the most effective, and therefore I will never get to be a tank in a raid if that's the case. That's how it usually goes with these games. There's so many... Okay, this is going to be a longer rant than I was going to do, but here we go. When you design game mechanics for MMORPG, it's so different than trying to design it for like a single player game or even a multiplayer game where there's only like maybe 4 or 5 people at a time. Or a game like Diablo where at best you have like what, maybe 20 people? It's been a while since I played Diablo, but like 20 people You know, a small number, a handful really. And then having hundreds of people on a single server at once, or in the case of WoW, thousands. The mechanics are so different because players want to win. That's really what it's about. Players want to win, and there's a lot of players who don't view other players as players. They're just, you know, they're just pixels on the screen. They're not real people. So there comes this thing with the cookie cutter builds. The reason those are so so popular, really, they're so common, and there's so much focus on having the best of everything, is because there is a large portion of the player base that judge you based upon how effective you are. And if you're not the most effective build, then they don't want to waste their time on you, because their objective is to play the game for like maybe I'd say maybe 3 or 4 hours a day, or even less. Maybe they only have time for one dungeon raid, and they don't want to fail. They don't want their time wasted by having a bunch of party wipes because this guy didn't build his tank properly or didn't have enough DPS to kill the boss before he had a rage timer go off. So it results in players trying to find the most efficient builds, and then anybody who doesn't have what is believed to be the most efficient build is just not grouped with and just discarded. That's what ends up happening in these games. And in a way it's unfortunate, but it's also the way that it is. And it's why it's so important for designers to make games that aren't so fucking complicated, that you have to spend like, you know, hours and hours and hours on a forum trying to understand the most efficient builds. Which WoW was one of these games, which is like that, unfortunately. I guess not as much, but it's still present in the talent system. I've read in their patch notes that they claim that they're going to be fixing that. But maybe it wasn't patch notes, maybe it was the forum, but whatever. There was a post from Ghostcrawler saying that they're working on trying to make it so that there's no more need for cookie cutter builds. And we'll see how effective that is. But yeah, that's one of the biggest design problems with MMORPGs right now, is the cookie cutter builds. Because, not because people lose some sort of gameplay by being cookie cutter builds. Honestly, that's not the problem. That's a worthless argument that people aren't, you know, unique enough. That's not the problem. The problem is that the games are so damn complex that players have to spend more time, or at least a large portion of their time as a gamer of the game, not playing the game, but instead reading about the game and learning how to be a better player. That's not fun. The gameplay itself of the game should teach you how to play the game. It should teach you everything you need to know about how to play the game. You shouldn't have to read another source, especially one from other players. I think that's one of the biggest drawbacks, is the need, absolute need for a strategy guide. There's been a lot of design improvements, like originally, like this stuff here. You'd have to have a third-party add-on in order to have like a quest telling you what direction to go. You know, had to have little markers on your screen. That would all have to be add-ons, and that was always a design problem with WoW, is that it was so freaking complex that players had to turn to other players for information and spend more time, you know, creating mods and stuff like that, just to be able to play the fucking game in a way that isn't frustrating and confusing and, you know, just not efficient. But Blizzard has seemed to have done a lot of work to fix that, and it's really not that hard of work. I mean, they already know the location of all the NPCs and where everybody needs to go and the most efficient route and all that stuff. They already know all that stuff. So for them to do it versus players doing it, it's definitely easier. It just makes a lot more sense. Just makes the design nicer and more efficient, really. A more efficient playing experience. Now I've got a chest plate here, which is plate, and it's a definite upgrade over what I'm currently wearing, which is some green tanking stuff. And that's definitely what I'm going to be taking. Whoa. And then I'm going to jump into this. Who are you, Death Knight, to bear such a burden? Protector of the animals, slayer of dragons, champion of the ancients. Huh.
My dearest old friend Nordor has bestowed to you a great gift, undead, the gift of life. Now I entrust you.
Ooh, an even greater destiny.
Greater responsibility. By your hand, this mountain will
Look, there's a chick
bloom
over there
again.
in that tree.
It is yours
Or the tree is the chick.
and
That
see that it
is...
thrives. Drive out those who would do it
That would
harm.
appeal to dendrophiliacs, I guess. You know, people that love or have, you know, a real attraction to trees. I mean, look at that. That tree has boobs. Maybe there's a dendrophiliac on the Blizzard's team. I wonder who designed that. So, where's my plate? There it is. I'm gonna put that on. There we go. And I now have 45k health, which is pretty good. That's pretty fast buffing, really, of my character. I mean, I had like, what, 30k before when I was wearing all my tanking stuff, and now I've got 45k, and I'm usually, or I'm mostly wearing just like a bunch of greens.
With wisdom.
Let's see. Tortola's Revenge. The mountain blooms again. Speak to Tortola, or Tortala, or Tortilla. Whatever her name is. It's the giant turtle. Go to the giant turtle. Before we do that, I'm going to go over to Aviana and turn that quest in. There's a bunch of ore down here, apparently. Or not. Whatever. Entering combat with a Twilight Stormcaller. Whoops, don't want to do that. I just wanted to exit out of the targeting. The Rim of the World. Okay. There's the question mark here. This is over where the harpies are. Or at least were. I guess they still are here. I did a quest earlier where I fought against them and resurrected one of the ancient aspects of nature, which is a harpy woman. And she's up here. Okay. Yep, harpy woman.
Speak, mortal.
Just kind of a bitch. Choose my reward. The blinkered hood, cloth, mail, plate. But it's intellect plate. And it is worth the most, so I'll take it, but I can't wear it. Or I could wear it, but it'd be stupid for me to wear it because it's intellect.
Skies are my domain, mortal.
That's great. Skies are your domain. She must think she's Amelia Earhart. Okay, dragon time. Bronze Drake. Oh yeah. I mean, this dragon mount is pretty cool, but I'd really like to get an even cooler mount, you know. Something more Death Knighty. I wonder how hard it would be to convince some people to do all the Wrath raids until I could like get that. Where the hell am I going? Okay. Until I could get that flying undead horse mount, because that would be pretty fucking badass. That'd be very Death Knighty. I mean, it should just be like when you roll for that, Death Knight should have priority. If there's a Death Knight in the raid, then only Death Knight can roll for it. It's just the way it should be. Kill a Twilight Field Captain and recover the Glyph of Opening. I will accept your quest. So it looks like there's something else I can do around here. There is something. It's a little further up. Is this dude.
I am listening.
Locate and rescue 8 lost wardens. Breakthrough. Slay 10 Twilight Scorch Lords. Such interesting names. Okay, zoom out. Figure out where to go. I guess I'll start over here. The Scorched Plain. There's one of them. Killing. So let's see here. There's another one of these Scorched Lords. So cool. I should come up with like a song about Death Knights. I wonder if there is a song about Death Knights. I wouldn't put it past the fan to come up with a song about Death Knights. I'll like find it and see it. I'll see it while I kill people. That's useful. Okay. So like, there's a lost warden.
How may I help?
On your feet, the mountains are healed. Even though they're on fire, they're still healed. Let's see, another lost warden.
I am honored.
Is there any real reason to go up here? Is there like a warden up here? Is there a chest? I guess there's a warden here.
Hello.
I missed when there was like chests and stuff that was like hidden around the world. I mean, they give you a real reason to explore places, not so you get like some dinky achievement pop up. I mean, what the hell is that? Like, some people are really into that, but I'm like, whatever. Give me the loot. Show me the loot. This is a lot better than busting open barrels like D&D Online. I mean, really. I just want to spend my time doing busting open barrels.
What brings you here?
There's a dude in there. He's got the glyph of opening. I'll silence you so you run at me. I have more HP than you do. Interrupt. There we go. Take this.
Ushalala. Be careful.
Ushalala, or whatever you're supposed to be saying. It's a made up night elf language. You know, something interesting about the voice acting in WoW, there's a lot of the developers of WoW who have done some of the voice over work for characters. Like, example is Chris Metzen, who's the vice president of creative something or other. He's one of the guys who's all about the storyline. He's head of the story development, really. And used to be one of the artists on the earlier Warcraft games. But anyway, he does a bunch of voice acting work for lots of different characters in the game. Just one example. And I got 7 out of 10. I guess this guy wants to play. Scourge strike. Scourge strikes. Scourge strike you down.
How may I help?
Burn badly. They're like dropped up. Why not? Dark transformation. And save this dude or this girl. I guess this is a dude. The other ones were girls. This one's a dude. And let's go, Rock Keeper. Okay, so one more warden we need to rescue. I can find one around here that's not too hard to get to. There we go.
How may I help?
There, on your feet, soldier. Okay, wait. I just saw an ore over here, and now there it is. Okay. There we go. And it still reads as yellow to me, so I can still get a bunch of experience for this. There's a lot of mining I need to do in order to level up. And that reminds me, now that I think about it, where are my skills at? Do I need to, like, am I like totally maxed out on my mining? Oh yeah, I am. I'm totally maxed out on that. I actually need to, fuck, I've been wasting my time here. I forgot to buy the latest upgrade for my mining and my blacksmithing, so that all this mining I've been doing actually results in me upgrading my skill. Well, shit. That blows. I guess I'm gonna need to do that as soon as I can get to town.
I am listening.
Yeah, you're listening. That's great. You choose one of these rewards. Leggings of fiery travail. Increases. Oh, that's mail. I don't want it anyway. Here's some plates. Ah, there's some shoulders. Rescuers shoulder guards. It looks like it's got haste on it, but you know, it's better than what I'm using. Actually, no. What I'm using has hit rating and expertise. It has more hit rating too. It has otherwise identical stats, so I'm not going to go for that. I'll just get the knife, which is 16 gold. So we'll go do all these quests. My reputation with the Guardians of Hyjal or Hyrule, for all we know, increased by 250. I'm doing all this mining. You know what? It doesn't even matter since I can't upgrade my skill anyway. I mean, I'm going to get ore that I can use to upgrade my blacksmithing, but realistically, I'm not really going to even worry about that for a while. Am I getting shot at? I guess so. They came a long way to follow me. I will grab it since it's here. I am getting experience for it. So might as well take it. Go, 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 go. Yeah, I've killed one of those. At least this area is pretty well defended.
Greetings.
Okay. So they 4 Twilight Field Captains.
Peace be with you.
Turn this one out.
Go in peace.
There we go. This dude has a quest up here for me.
Hail.
And he has some tanking plate, but I don't really want that.
Go in
But I'll
peace.
sell it. Okay. There's something over here for me. There it is. I guess I might as well take it since this is sitting right here and I don't really need to fight for it. But I want to go fight that dude right there. You don't want to fight. Silence. Okay. 1 field captain down. I also gotta find Warden's arrows. That must be an arrow right there. Where'd it go? I could have swore there was something sparkly over here. There they are, okay. These plants are arrows, apparently. Maybe it's not plants, maybe it's just like some sort of aura around them as they sit on the ground. Let's get a closer look. Yeah, it's an arrow, but it has magic flowing out of it. It's not a plant. It kind of looks like a plant. Can attempt by... silence you. Silence. Not. Timer's off. Okay. Now I can loot in peace. Relative peace. Boom. Okay. There's one of these dudes I need to kill. Get him. Fiery minion. This is not your pet, it's not your pet. Okay. I got another piece of smoked string cheese. That's what I want for breakfast. Smoked string cheese. Smoked string cheese. It's almost like a tongue twister. Okay, there's another arrow. Blah, blah, blah. Whoops. Okay, accidentally punched my mic. While I was scratching my nose. Yes, yes, yes. Even in the video game, everybody wants to get on my nerves. I'm trying to do something. I don't want to fight you, I'm just trying to get all these arrows. Besides, I'm more interested in the big fish. Field captains. Bloop, bloop, bloop. $14 out of 15. I wonder why the epic music just triggered. Is there something epic about this house? Is this the epic music house? I guess not. It just went away. Sometimes WoW is just bipolar. Can't decide if it wants something amazing to happen or not. There's a question mark over here. Oh god damn it. I'm just gonna get my dragon. There we go. I guess I've turned dragon into NPC. Oh, come on, get out of the wall. There we go, return your stupid arrows.
Greetings.
It's tanking. I don't really want it. What's worth most? The crossbow.
Farewell.
What's worth most? Okay, let's find those giant ogres. Come on, Mr. Ogre. I want to play with you. Or rather, my ghoul wants to, you know, he's lonely. He just has to hang out with me. And I'm not much for conversation. I'm too busy talking into my microphone to myself. There we go. Cold up the entire village on me. That's definitely not gonna sound good.